Hi, I'm Judy Herman, and I help leaders and families create connection beyond conflict. I'm a licensed counselor, but let me just tell you right now, this is not a counseling session, nor is it a substitute for professional counseling services. What I'd like to talk with you about is how changes work in the brain and our understanding. We can understand some things, and it makes making changes, whether we're learning a new habit or breaking an old one that's not good for us, or whether we're trying to change our relationships. This is some information I think would be great for you to know. Number one, as you can see, I'm outdoors and enjoying it today. Hope you're outdoors. This is awesome. And my husband and I, not my husband and I, actually it's my son and I, we just went for a hike at Lula Lake on Lookout Mountain, which is absolutely gorgeous. My husband and I also hike. We have fun hiking. But every time that we hike, or every time that I hike, I think this. When we're on a well-worn pathway in the woods, and there's trailblazers, and there's a real clear pathway, that's what it's like in our brains. We have what you call neuropathways. We have gazillions of neurons, and they make connections with each other. And those connections our patterns and our ways of relating, our habits and our ways of thinking. So when I'm out hiking with my son like I was today, it was so nice. But I was thinking, yeah, this is like the neural pathways in our brain. They're well worn, they're habits, they're automatic. When we try to make changes, it's like, imagine a virgin forest that has never been hiked in before. And it takes a lot of work to go from point A to point B. And if we want to make a pathway, we're going to have to take a machete and probably 100 other hikers behind us. And we're going to have to make some changes and really work at it. That's exactly how it is in the neural pathways, in the neurons of our brain. So hang in there when you're trying to make some changes, and maybe you've made some changes at the beginning of the year and then they didn't last. Well, it just simply means that we need to work on those well-worn pathways and making sure that they're, it's easier to go down, and it does get easier as time goes on. One other thing about neurons in the brain, we have what you call mirror neurons. That's why I think it's so important to be in relationships, so important to be in a group that can help you, is because of the mirror neurons in our brains. Well, what are mirror neurons? Well, think of a mirror, right? You look in a mirror and you see your reflection. That's exactly how mirror neurons, so when, like for example, if I'm smiling at you right now, or you're smiling across from someone who's checking you out at the grocery store, more likely you're going to give them a smile back. It's like we are affected as human beings. Our brains and our neurons are affected by each other. And that's why I can FaceTime with my little granddaughter who lives in Louisiana, and we can laugh and smile and we can mimic each other. It's because of those neurons in our brains. Two things that I think are really important and kind of easy to remember is if you can remember neural pathways and making changes. It takes a lot of work, but yet it's going to get easier the more and more you work on that pathway and making it clear. And we're having to give up those old pathways that are so familiar. And then the mirror neurons, and that's why it's so important to be a part of a group, especially when you want to make some changes in your life. If you want to know more, please go to my website, judycounselor.com, and I actually have a 2017 Courageous group coming up. It's a group module, and it starts April the 6th. I would love for you to find out about it. If you're in the Chattanooga area, it would be awesome for you to do the face-to-face in my office group. But if not, I'm willing to do a webcam session too. I hope this is helpful to you. And remember, this is not a counseling session, nor is it a substitute for professional counseling services. I'm Judy Herman, and I hope that we can connect with each other. Please write your questions down, and there may be some folks listening right now, but I don't know. So if you watch this video later, that's great. So I'm glad to connect and hope you have a great day. Bye.